and 11 years in every meet and greet I've ever attended, with my notebook and pen in hand, you asked for a game.
Top Gear!
A game that no one outside of Brazil has ever heard of. And I had people coming up to me at the meet and greet. I mean, they had to shit on their phones. Like, listen to it. Putting it in my face. I never heard of that game. Like the TV show? I don't know. So I looked into this game and I looking it up on YouTube. Like, nope, never heard of it. I missed it or something. I had Super Nintendo. I don't know. So I said, look, I've been 11 years. I've been coming to Brazil. I got to do something special for you folks. You know, we haven't been here in 7 years. So, at the beginning of this year, knowing that we were coming to Brazil, I started doing a little research. And I found out that there's a Brazilian company, Aquarius, who have remade the game too. And they're from Brazil. I'm talking about Horizonte Chase. Now, so I thought to myself, well, look, if we're going to do this game, because we, as you know, we travel all over the world. We do about 50, 60 shows all over the world a year. And we bring music, you know, and it's mostly made in Japan and the United States and over in the UK. But we don't have any game in the show that was actually made here in Brazil. Until now. So I wanted to do this game, the old version, of course, and also the new version so that I can include the country of Brazil into our show on a permanent basis. And then I said to myself, I started to look, I said, who's this composer? I got to look up the composer of this game. And it's a guy by the name of Barry Leitch, who was raised in Scotland. He's from Scotland, but he's been over in America for the last couple of years working. And so I contacted him on Facebook, and I said, Barry, it's time. We had known each other's names, but we had never officially met. We'd known each other's work for many years, but we never met. I said, Barry, I got to, do you know about this one game you worked on about 20 years ago? Do you know that it's a huge success in Brazil? He goes, actually, I do. It's crazy. People contact me all the time from Brazil. I'm like, look, I want to put it in the show. And not only that, I want to put it on our next album. So Video Games Live Level 5, which came out last month, has this arrangement on the album. So me and Barry sat down and we put an arrangement together, the both of us, for this piece of music. And I said, now Barry, I'm going to Brazil in October, and I would like to perform the music for the very first time, the world premiere in Brazil. He said, wow, that's really great. I said, but only under one condition. He said, what's that? That you're there. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you the composer from your beloved Top Gear. Barry, I got. How's that? That's your new ringtone, by the way, right? Woohoo! Questions. So, first of all, how did you get first involved with the game Top Gear at Gremlin?
I used to work for a company in Britain where my relationship with them was pretty much like a pimp and prostitute. So what would happen was companies would phone up and say, hey, we need some music for a game, and I would write the music. Or in the case of Top Gear, I had to go down to Gremlin Graphics in Sheffield, which is, ironically, the weather in Sheffield is the complete opposite of the weather here. So I went down there, and in 5 days, we wrote all the music for Top Gear.
5 days, that's amazing. And and then the guys from Horizonte in Brazil, who grew up playing your music and loving your music, they contacted you to get involved with this next one. So Barry wrote the music for the new one as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the guys at Aquarius contacted me on Facebook. They were like, hey, we're the biggest game developer in Brazil. Game developers in Brazil. They said, hey, whatever you did on Top Gear, we want you to make it just the same as that. New, modern, faster, exciting.
And now there's a little bit of a story, though, too, that a lot of folks might not know, or they may, but I want you to tell it. So you wanted to do something special for your girlfriend at the time. Tell them what you did.
So I had planned on proposing to my girlfriend. And when I told the developers, Aquarius, sometimes when I worked on games like Rush 2, Rush 2049, we would put little Easter eggs on the billboards at the side of the road. Most people wouldn't see them because they shoot past so fast. But sometimes if you stop and read them, there's some little things hidden in there. So when I told the developers, Aquarius, that I was planning on proposing to my girlfriend, they said, well, we could put something like that in the game. And they created this wonderful Easter egg where if you go to the first level and draw a love heart on the screen, you can get to see the proposal hidden in the game.
Now, how did you first find out that Top Gear and the music was such a huge hit down in South America? How did you first figure that out?
Brazil.
I was a crazy Brazilian guy. Some of you guys might know Nino Mega Driver. He contacted me. He said, hey, I can play Top Gear on guitar. I said, no, you can't. Nobody can play on guitar. He said, no, I can. And he sent me a video and he played on guitar. It's incredible.
Amazing. And of course, Nino and the Mega Driver guys, they've opened for Video Games Live. Nino's here. Come on out, Nino. So it's partly because of Nino as well that Top Gear is here tonight. And Barry is here tonight. So now, I want you to hear this, but I don't want you to hear it from the side of the stage. We got a chair. Do you mind if Barry sits on the stage and watches his own? We don't want to. Okay, you're going to sit. Well, why not? Best seat in the house. It's his music, right? Where's Russell? Come on out, Russell. All right. There he is. Are you guys ready?
Yes!
Are you guys ready?
Yes!
Are you ready for Top Gear?
Yes!
Russell, you're not ready. Are you ready? Okay, Russell's ready. Here we go, 11 years in the making. Bye.